Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to Economics online classes. Let us study about the chapter 3rd, that is money and banking. So we are going to discuss the chapter 3rd instead of chapter 2nd, national income accounting, because we are unable to, if you are unable to understand whatever is money, banking and all, it is unable to understand about how to calculate national income. So first I will cover the 3rd chapter, next I will come to the 2nd chapter. Let us discuss what is this money, what is the role of money in the economy. So as we know that money is poured around us, without money it is unable to think about our economy. So economy is nothing but money. Economizing the resources is nothing but how to utilize the resources with the help of money. So economics is bonded, or it is boundary line with the money. Without money it is unable to think about our economy. Thus money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange. What is money? Money is nothing but medium of exchange. For exchanging any goods we are using the money as a medium of exchange. So as we studied functions of economy, what are the four main functions of economy? The four main functions of economy are production, consumption, distribution, exchange. These are all activities are done only with the help of money. So money is nothing but it is the legally accepted as medium of exchange. Money is nothing but it is a mirror like a law. It is just like a law. So we should use the money in a careful manner and gentle manner, because money is anything which is generally accepted as medium of exchange. So before going to this concept of money, we should know how the term money came into existence. Before the invention of money, there was a system existed called barter system. What is this barter system? As we already studied in the first PU economics, barter system of exchange is nothing but the exchange of goods for goods. Exchange of goods for goods is called barter system. So money invented after the barter system of exchange, and due to the inconveniences in the barter system, to overcome from this problem money invented. So let us see what are the topics going to cover under the money and banking chapter. So see here the topics to be covered. First, introduction to money, as I already said, introduction part. Then barter system and what are its inconveniences, meaning and functions of money. Together with that we are going to discuss the definitions of money. Then functions of RBI, means Reserve Bank of India, because together money we are studying even the banking also. So tools to control the money supply, how the money is controlled in the economy, demand for money and supply of money. Then credit creation by the commercial banks. Together that we are going to discuss about the functions of commercial bank. Then demand for money and supply of money in the economy. These are the topics we are going to cover. Even together with this we are going to study with the demand for money and supply of money, types of demand for money and supply of money, qualitative credit controls and quantitative credit controls in the economy. So let us see. Introduction part, as I said, money is a medium of exchange. Without money it is unable to think about our economy. If there is no economic activities, or if there is no any economic agents, as we studied in the first chapter, economic agents are those individuals or institutions which take economic decisions. If there is no any economic activities, think about our economy. Only the one individual is there. Is there any necessity of money? No role of money in the economy. Thus, the role of money in the economy we are thinking only when the economic activities are undertaking. So, economic activities are undertaking through the production, consumption, distribution and exchange. These activities are mainly depends upon the money. So, money is act as a medium of exchange. So, let us see what is this barter system. Before the invention of money, as I said in the introduction part, barter system of exchange existed. What is this barter system? So, as we know that we heard about our forefathers and other peoples. So, they are saying that we are exchanging the goods during that time. There was no wages or salary. For any slaves, they are working in the owner's house. They are going to our landlords, they are giving the works to them and they are giving just the rice or wheat for them instead of money. 1 kg rice for whole 1 day work. Think about the value of 1 kg rice. For example, it is 160 rupees nowadays. 160 rupees or it may be 45 rupees also 1 kg rice is there. That is the value of their work, labor charge. So, during that time barter system existed, or during that time suppose one person want A want rice, A want rice, B want wheat. So, A want rice, B want wheat. A is having the rice and his paddy cultivation, B is having wheat cultivation. So, both are going to exchange a 1 kg rice for 1 kg wheat. So, there is no any measure value, there is no any particular value, relative prices are fixed, goods were exchanged for goods, that is said to be the barter system. So, this barter system of exchange is the main foundation for invention of money. Barter system is nothing but exchange of goods for goods. Exchange of goods for goods is said to be the barter system, or exchange of goods for goods is called as barter system. So, barter is nothing but exchange system. Barter means exchange system, exchanging the goods with the other. For example, think about our economy nowadays. So, we are in the this developing economy now. Is it possible to run the economy with this barter system? No, because barter system of exchange is having its own inconveniences. To overcome from these inconveniences, paper money introduced. Paper money introduced. So, earlier days goods were exchanged for goods, as I said, but there were so many problems. So, what are those problems? See here. For example, the 4 major drawbacks in the barter system. There are some demerits or drawbacks or inconveniences while using the barter system of exchange. While exchanging the goods and services, for example, I want a pen, you want a chalk. I want a pen, you want a chalk. You are not having the chalk, but I want a pen, I don't have a pen. During that time, there is inconveniences arising out of resources. Then how to exchange these commodities with each other? So, due to overcome this problem, money invented. What are those major drawbacks? Let us see. First one, lack of double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants are nothing but students. So, suppose I want as I said pen and you want a pencil or any other thing, but I don't have the particular commodity, then how to exchange that particular commodity? Suppose I have a cow. I have a cow. You have a cat. So, I want cow but you don't want a cat. How can we exchange the goods? So, my cow should be exchanged with your cat. Is it possible? Think about our economy. No chance. Thus, it is unable to think about our economy. So, it is said to be the double coincidence of wants. Whatever I am going to accept is not the want of any other individual. Your wants may be different, my wants may be different. Thus, due to these inconveniences, money was invented. So, second main drawbacks of barter system, that is lack of common measure of value. What is this common measure of value? So, through the money we can measure the value of particular commodity. For example, one book I can say this book is macroeconomics and microeconomics handbook. For this I can pay 100 rupees. I can pay 100 rupees. Worth of this book is 100 rupees. So, I can measure the value of this particular commodity, that is book, with the 100 rupees unit of account as a money or price. So, in the barter system, think about the barter economy. It is unable to think about barter economy because there is no common measure value. So, cow may have the 5000 rupees. Any other goat you are going to exchange with the cow means that goat is having a 2000 rupees. But you are going to exchange because there is no other way. So, but there is no common measure of value. For this book I can say 100 rupees, book value is 100 rupees. I want 2 books means I can pay the 200 rupees. But it not in case of the barter system of exchange. Goods values are differs. So, while exchanging the goods there is a loss to the individual. Thus, lack of common measure of value is one of the reason to invent the money in the economy. Third major drawback of barter system of exchange is lack of divisibility. What is this divisibility? For example, I want a pen. I want a pen. You want a cow. Pen rupees is 5 rupees. For one pen, 5 rupees. In simple I am saying 5 rupees. Pen is for rupees 5. Cow is for rupees 5000. Cow is for rupees 5000. Is it possible to exchange? No way. So, during this time problem arises, that is said to be the lack of divisibility, unable to divide the commodity. Can I divide this cow? Can I sell only the cow's mouth or cow's tail? No, no chance. Thus, so for pen I want the only 5 rupees pen. So, it is this person B is having only cow. He can't exchange that goods with the pen, cow with the pen, or cow with the wheat, or cow with the rice, like that. So, unable to divide the particular commodity. Through the money I can exchange. I have a 5 rupees, I have a 10 rupees, 2 pens I can buy. I have the 10 rupees means 5 rupees they can give me back. Only 1 pen I need means. So, for during barter system it is unable to divide the commodity. Thus, lack of divisibility is one of the major drawback of barter system of exchange. Thus, money came to existence. Last major drawbacks and fourth major drawbacks of barter system of exchange is difficult to carry forward wealth. Means lack of durability. Lack of durability means the wealth we are going to store, it is unable to store the wealth for the future purpose. Unable to store the wealth for the future purpose. Because for example, wheat is there. For example, wheat is there. So, cow is there. Person A is having wheat, person B is having cow, as I said earlier. So, is it possible to this exchange this commodity? No, because lack of divisibility, unable to divide particular commodity with the same value. Wheat value for 5 kg may be the 500 rupees. Cow value is 5000 rupees. It is not possible to exchange both the commodities. Or wheat is there, 1 ton wheat is there. Is it possible to store for the future purpose? We can store for some time, not for a long period of time. Thus, lack of store value is also one of the reason to invent money. Lack of store of value, store the money, lack of store the money for the future purpose. Thus this wheat is a perishable, wheat or rice is a perishable good. So we can't store for a further period, long period of time. For a some time we can store this money. So cow is there. So we can't exchange wheat with the cow, lack of divisibility is there. Cannot divide the commodity according to the particular value. We cannot get the exact value. So lack of store value, because of we are unable to store this particular commodity for the future purpose. But money is there, we can store. Is it? Right. So money we can store for a long period of time because of durability. Characteristics of money is durable. Money is a durable thing. We can store in the form of bank deposits, or we can store in the money in the form of your own this whatever the other any deposits. So money we can use for the future precautionary purposes. So Keynes said there are three types of money or motives people demand money. Why the people demand money? So people demand money for three purpose. One is for transaction purpose. Transaction purpose people demand the money. For precautionary purpose means to meet these future uncertainties, and for speculative purpose means in future it may happens like that, assuming the future and they are going to save something for the future concern. But this speculative motive is unable to do in this barter system, because difficult to carry the wealth for the future. Forward wealth means carry the wealth for the future purpose. So due to all these inconveniences, lack of double coincidence of funds, common measure of value, lack of divisibility, difficult to carry forward the wealth, all these led to the introduction of money or invention of money. So let us see how the money came into existence. We came to know due to the barter system, inconveniences or drawbacks in the barter system led to the invention of money. So what is this money? Meaning of money we should know. So as I said earlier in the introduction part, money is nothing but it is a matter of functions for a medium, measure, standard and a store. So what is this money? Money we can use as a measure of value. We can make the payment for the future purpose with the bank deposits, and it is a store value we can store for the future purpose. Thus money acts as a medium of exchange. Money is nothing but it is a medium of exchange. What is the definition of money? According to F.A. Walker, according to economist F.A. Walker is named W-A-L-K-E-R, Walker. According to him, money is what money does. Definition: money is what money does. What is money means whatever the functions money is going to do, that is a money. Means money is what money does. What it says means major functions of money. Money is nothing but it is the legally accepted paper notes, or it is in the form of coins, or it is in the form of time deposits, demand deposits, or any kind of the standard payments. So what is the money means? According to F.A. Walker, money is what money does. What is the functions the money is performs, that is the money. What are the functions performed by the money means? Money is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, measure of value, standard of deferred payment and unit of account. Thus let us see what are the main functions carried out by money. Next is functions of money. So these functions of money you can easily remember by the English famous couplet, that is, Money is a matter of functions for a medium, measure, standard and a store. All the functions we are covering through this couplet. Money is a matter of functions for four major functions money going to perform. Which are those? A medium. Money is a medium of exchange. Measure of value. We can measure the value of money. Standard of deferred payments. Through the money we can make a payment. And a store, it is having the store value, durability. For future purpose we can store the money. Thus, the functions of money is, we are broadly classified as three main categories. In that, subcategories are there, we are going to discuss in the next class. Primary functions, secondary functions and contingent functions. What are the primary functions means? Primary functions and secondary functions together we can see through the famous English couplet, that is, money is a matter of functions for a medium, measure, standard and a store. Primary function is money is a medium of exchange and measure of value. Secondary function is store of value and then also standard of deferred payments. Contingent functions are basis of credit and liquidity. So, in the next class we are going to see what are the main functions of money one by one. Thank you.